The following segment is sponsored by Eastern Title and Settlement and the Mortgage Link. If you are considering buying or selling a home, it is critical to understand this current real estate market. So joining us today, we have some people here to help us out. We have Luke Fleck of Eastern Title and Settlement, Marc Dasik from the Fed City team at Century 21 Redwood Realty, along with Kempes Group from the Kempes Group, which is a division of the Mortgage Link. Welcome to all of you. Thank you for coming back, and great to meet you as well.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Ellen, for having us back.
Absolutely. Okay, the current market. A lot of people are saying, should I buy? Should I move? Kempes, we'll start with you. What do you think of this current market?
Well, if you're in the market to buy, you should buy. Simple as that. Because while you're waiting, all you're doing is letting everybody else that's coming in to have multiple offer in the house that you really like. So if the time is right for you, you find a house you like, buy. We always say, don't fall in love with the rate, fall in love with the house. So you can always refinance later, you know? So yes, it's always a good time to buy.
Okay, you're agreeing here, Marc?
Yeah. So it's a weird market. There's little inventory. And little demand, so there's even less inventory than there is demand. So it's tough for people out there. But it's just like if you ask your stockbroker, you call your stockbroker, you say, should I buy now? Should I buy Apple stock now? Your stockbroker is going to say, I don't know. You just need to jump in when you're ready. So we can't time the market. So if you've got a need, you buy now.
Okay. Do you need like months to be able to find something right now? Do you need years? Like how early would you start looking around for a home if you're thinking of moving?
Yeah, I would start looking right away. You do need time because there's little inventory and you're competing. You might compete 3 or 4 times before you get a home and you realize that you've got to go $20,000 over price or remove all your contingencies. And that's not every house. There's some houses sitting on the market and there's some houses that are just like wildfire. So it just depends. We're just seeing more in the suburbs. The demand is much higher in the suburbs, and the city's fallen off a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to add to that, if you're ready, you definitely have to get pre-approved. That's the whole idea. So you can't just jump in if you don't know what you're approved for. So you need to know what your buying power is, so that way when you go see Marc can say, okay, Kempes already got you approved. Let's go. We know what we're looking for. We know how much we want to spend. Let's go do it.
Yeah, and you don't have to wait when you find the house that you like. Are you seeing this, Luke, in your closings? Are people still, I feel like they were waiving things for so long. Is that still happening, or are we more regulated now?
No, people are definitely still waiving a lot of their contingencies as people are trying to put in offers on houses. Like Marc and Kempes were talking about, it's a very competitive market right now. So people are trying to make their offers stand out in any way they can. So we're still seeing a lot of those same trends that we've been seeing.
Who's making it to the closings with you? Who is it that wins? Who gets the house?
The people who are using great agents like Marc.
That's true. Yeah. To help you through, honestly, because we don't know. We have all these questions, Marc. Is that the first place to start?
Yeah, really, a good agent is going to go to the listing agent and say, what do we need to do here to win? And it's about relationships. And if you've got experience and you know the kinds of things that, the position your client's in and how bad they want the house and what's important to them and what's not important to them, you can structure an offer to win.
Yeah.
So, and that's what you need to do.
Okay. I think it is hard for people who are buying, who maybe bought their last home at that 3% rate that you were just talking about. I know you mentioned refinancing. Should they give up the 3% rate that they got before?
Well, it's all depending on what you're trying to do, right? So if you bought a house, that was your first home. Now you have a family and the family's growing, right? Well, you're gonna have to.
Saying my situation right here.
We're gonna have to give up that 3% to get to the next house, but that doesn't mean you're not gonna get a great rate. All you have to do is just find the house you love. Get in that house now, because at the end of the day, the equity is always gonna go up. It's not gonna go down. So you can always refine and still have the equity and just refinance and drop the monthly payment to where it might be more comfortable later on.
Yeah. If we switch gears to a seller as well, what are some things that a seller could be doing to maybe get the top dollar?
I'm glad you asked me that. So, with the seller, a lot of sellers will call you, they're afraid to have you in your house when it's not perfect.
Yeah.
And I say to them, I want to come in that house now early because I want to help you decide what renovations and what types of paint and all the things that you really should be doing to maximize your value. A lot of people just assume that if they like this color, the market's going to like this color. So I want to come in early and help them present the house. Presentation matters. We need to declutter. We need to make that. We're going to take that house to prom, and make it show really, really well. We've got some programs. There's so many people with so little cash who have it all locked up in their homes. So we have a program where we'll come in and do some repairs and painting, et cetera, and then they pay us later.
Wow.
So,
once they've sold the home.
Once they sold the home, because so many of them say, I really want to get what my neighbor got, but I don't have the money to do this. And so, well, we got that. We'll take care of it.
Yeah.
And we just focus on high return on investment items.
Yeah. Any house I've ever seen where they have color still on the walls, I'm like,
That's
Not
right.
what
Keep
I'm
it
looking
neutral.
for.
Keep it neutral.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you all for your advice today. I know it's just the beginning. So for more information, you can always call 833-MTG-LINK or visit the mtglink.com. Also, be sure to follow the Real Estate Top Performers on YouTube to get more advice on buying and selling a home in today's market.